words. Anyway, let's because this episode be moving fast. So let's just hi, this is Lori.
This is Eka.
This is a baby girl.
Wonderful. So let's just where do I want to start today? Do I start with Hootie? Let's give Hootie some fame real quick.
Let it be a gist.
Like a quick one.
Quick gist.
Do you want to give us do you want to lead the way, please, Eka?
Uti decided to go on his Twitter page
Yeah.
and a few days ago, and he just decided to say, like basically, what he was trying to say is that we're also obsessed about relationships, and most people, or a lot of people nowadays, like if your partner cheats and you leave the relationship, and he was just questioning it as to, now, wow, do you expect somebody to be with one partner, especially like if they married in their 20s, to be with one partner forever? That is the same thing as even if you like banga and starch,
Oh, God.
banga soup and starch, you will not eat banga soup and starch. At one point you want to eat king prawns or whatever the rubbish he was saying. And he was saying, he was also now saying that it is not, if acute, not chronic cheating, is the reason you leave your relationship, then you have no business being in one in the first place, not to talk of marrying. So if cheating is a reason for you to leave a relationship, you should not even think of marrying, because basically what he's trying to say is that in marriage, cheating will surely happen. It is normal. It is that
Wow.
we should not try to make it look normal for people to be in a relationship with one partner and be okay.
Maybe
That
he doesn't know what acute means. I just want to, because
I
I
don't even
didn't
know the
get,
difference between
yeah,
when you say
acute and
acute
chronic.
and chronic. I'm like,
I didn't
okay,
really, yeah.
okay, English teacher, sorry, sir. And then he said it is extremely hard for humans to be sexually committed to one human for the rest of their life. Let's be real and think about
Oh
it.
my God. If not,
Yes.
like, oh God, there's something I wanted to
Now,
say
this
now.
is somebody that I have not seen him in a relationship that I know about, or in a marriage that I know about. So I
Thank
would
you.
say, if and I respect the second part of what he said, in the sense of leave us who cannot do it to stay. Good. Stay
Oh,
on your
exactly.
lane. The people that want to do it and are trying to do it, leave them to do it. Don't say it is not normal because for you, you cannot fathom it. That's my
Exactly.
own. But and then he now started wanting to bring the religious aspect of it, as I'm guessing he is a Christian. He said, let's not talk about Solomon. And I laugh because a
I
lot of
beg.
these people, they always bring Solomon when they want to be polygamous in nature,
I
as if
beg.
Solomon is the only person in the
In the
Bible
Bible. I don't know.
that was, I mean, there are so many people.
No,
If they
my thing
want
is
to
people
start doing Solomon things, that means all the bad things some people that were supposed to
exactly.
be God's people in the Bible did, we should carry it and do now. Uh-uh.
Oh, well, I mean, this topic can talk from today till next
Uh,
year. Like, there's just so much to talk about. People keep saying, I think I said this in one episode, I was like, people keep saying David Solomon. Like, first of all, Bible said David was a man after God's heart. Are you a man after God's heart? Don't go and be doing this. And secondly, like you said, Eka, how many people in the Bible were allowed to do that kind of thing? Like, in how many thousands of people in the Bible, we only have 2 examples, and you people choose to stick to those 2 examples, or maybe there's more, but like they always choose David and Solomon.
no,
And
even
stop if
at
you
the end of Solomon's life, Solomon sat down in his Ecclesiastes and said,
have
everything is just vanity upon like,
vanity,
even the
like,
guy tired herself, he realized he was
as
probably
in
silly for doing it.
David did not even have peace in his house. Like the kids, after all the
Exactly.
like Absalom killed his brother, this one raped his sister. David
Uh-uh.
is like, what's like, what is your point? Like, I don't get people with this. If you can't stay committed, please be single. I always say it. So someone like Uti now, we know where he stands. So any woman that is going there, go on your own.
And the worst part of this whole thing is the fact that is the also the fact that, will you be okay? Okay, let us say that we cannot say.
Turn the tables now.
Will you be okay that some fine lad with more skills is just giving your wife ugum in the next room? Please, let's be honest.
I
So
don't
are
get.
you saying you will not leave the marriage if you find your wife cheating with multiple men? Let's, like, I don't understand, because it's always a sin when a woman does it. Why can't a
Exactly.
woman be polygamous in nature? After all,
Thank you.
she doesn't like banga and starch every day now.
And the fact
For
that
me,
people are
Yeah,
soups
sure.
when it comes to eating. I think it's ridiculous.
It's
Because I was
ridiculous.
somebody was saying it on Twitter, like, okay, you say egusi, or if you like egusi, like you must not eat egusi every day. The person was saying that, okay, the egusi, does the egusi do things for you? Does it make you feel a
I
certain way?
wonder.
Does she make sacrifices? How can you compare a human being to soup, to food? Are you sick? Like me, I like to eat. I like variety. Doesn't mean I want variety of this thing. Like, what's
But
that?
that's where, because to me, and the same issue that I had with Don Jazzy, when he said, well, he didn't excuse cheating in the same way that Uti is just
Blatantly
shamelessly
excusing.
doing it,
Talking
Yeah.
in rubbish.
right? Yeah, but for me, it's always the excuse. Like, I don't like when people try try to justify mediocrity and then they brand it as my preference or my way of
Mm,
life. Because for me, like, even like I would agree, and I mean, most people that have been married or been in long-term relationships, even in the healthy ones, from what I've heard, it's been, there will be days where you're going to question why you married this person. There will be days where this person just does something that you're like, if I had known, maybe I would not
Yes.
have, right? And so for me, I feel as though that you marry someone is not saying or trying to prove to yourself that you're not going to have other preferences, that you won't find other people attractive, that you won't find or that that there won't be days where you want to look outside. Like, to me, I don't think that's what, to me, saying that's what I think is unrealistic.
Mm.
What though I think that you do in a marriage, right? In deciding that this is the banga that you want or this is the egusi that you want, right?
Your
You weigh the
intention now.
pros and the cons, right? To what Eka was saying. This person is able to have my back. This person is able to support me when I'm down. This person gets me. I can be myself with this person. In exchange for that, I'm going to eat egusi for the rest. Like, that's the full contract. It's not just, okay, I'm eating egusi. No, which is why they say when you're marrying somebody, try to make sure that you are minimizing the things that you don't like. In the sense that,
Mm.
don't just marry a rich man that you have zero physical attraction to, because once life happens, maybe he loses the money, maybe he still has the money, but you're tired of pretending. If a nicer looking man is going to be attractive to you, right? If you like money too much, you don't marry a poor guy because he's humble and seems to love you, right? When you're looking for children's school fees, you'll be more easy maybe to go and sleep with somebody else to get the money. So to me, I'm like, try and minimize the management, but
eh,
there will be management,
Mm.
right? And so the idea, and so you make that trade-off, that because you have all of these other things going for you, I am choosing committing to eat banga for the rest of my life. That is
mhm.
not an impossibility.
Yeah.
As
Can
in,
I?
that's not an impossibility. As in, we don't
Yeah.
change our siblings, and we commit to them. So to
Mm,
me, I don't understand this whole banga. Would we say, okay, oh, because
I don't
my
know.
sister is not like,
I wonder.
yeah, that I
I
would
will
change
have
her?
another
No,
mommy because
I
mommy
would.
beat me today. I
Exactly.
beg.
No,
Exactly.
you so for me, this love thing is a commitment every day to do right by you. Men need to stop
Exactly.
shying away from the fact that you don't want the responsibility that comes with that commitment, but you
Yeah.
want the perks of having
And
someone be there for you and all of this whole nine yards. Men
please,
are quick to praise women that uh,
are
uh,
faithful.
On a
are
blind
no,
eye.
That's the word.
not even faithful. Remember last week, is it Ada or Onye that was sleeping on the floor,
Uh-huh.
right?
Ah,
Uh-huh. Committed to the
Yes,
struggle.
committed to the
Uh,
struggle. Uncle did not mind that not like giving her praise, that he didn't mind that it will be
small
banga
change
forever.
entire.
uh, and let
This
us
banga
remember,
that is not making you look bad in your opponents.
yes, is
Then
now
tomorrow,
tasting sour
thank
in
you.
tomorrow.
The thunder that will fire you.
And let's not forget, if you're not the Oba of wherever, that you're marrying these people and keeping in your house. First of all, the law and Christianity, if you're not doing traditional this thing, does
Mm-hmm.
not allow you to marry another person if you have one. So
Right.
what you're doing is stinking adultery. In the Ten Commandments, it is a sin. So back to the nonsense. If you want to bring it in the Christianity aspect, you're still wrong, okay? You're wrong
Everything.
because you're sleeping with somebody that you're not married to outside your marriage. You've not married the person, so you're an adulterer. Is a stinking sin. It's part of the Ten Commandments. Don't do it. Stop it, because a lot of these men, it's not as if you're going to get married the side chick and bring into your house. You're
Yeah.
having them outside. So that is wrong. It's wrong. And that is a basis of even divorce. So let us stop being silly and saying
And
polygamous. Are you polygamous and putting them and marrying? You're not.
my
Uh-uh.
sister says one thing that men these days make it seem like, in fact, not even men these days, men have like I don't know if you guys would agree, but men feel like it's less of them to pay for sex, like go and pay like a prostitute, like they are degrading themselves,
Yes, now
right?
because there's Tinder. Hello.
Yeah,
You
but
just
to
go on Tinder and you're
me,
like, boom.
so they don't like the transactional, that okay, back for ground, like
Mm-mm-mm.
and for me, I'm like, if we all have to have, and this is why, like, to me, a relationship is important. If we all have to have, okay, from Tunde I get money, from Ade I get
Exactly.
sex, from Tunji I get emotional support, isn't that transactional? Like, to me, I feel like the basis of the fact, like the idea that, okay, I can't get everything from one person, but it transcends just what I can get from you, is why I'm with you. Does that make sense, right?
That
because
is
because
exactly,
if not, we can all go and shop around.
Uh-huh.
exactly.
It's not hard now. Ah,
And then tomorrow you will now want, because that Onye sleeping on the floor is not for what she can get from me that she's there.
No,
it's a
exactly.
love. It's
So
love.
so it's like we pick and choose when we, and then we're not angry when maybe friends aren't there for us in try. I'm like, no, this friendship was based on what you could get from them. And
That
since
is
you
it.
have nothing to offer, they cannot now put their life on the line for you. Why?
That's it. I beg, let Uti really. Anyway,
No,
Uti
Uzi,
really
Uzi. I mean, he used to
disappointed
shut
me.
shut beg.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
small
mean,
cheating. Like, what that acute. Oh
not
God.
chronic.
Oh
I
God.
mean, if
God.
you are a cheater, be a cheater.
With
Be
your
like
full
Don
Yeah, and
chest.
it's
Jazzy.
like,
Be like Don
exactly
Jazzy is not even a cheater. Don Jazzy is saying he cannot be in a committed relationship.
commit
Yes,
exactly.
he's not a cheater, because cheating is when you now say you're committed and then you step out. If you just stay on your own, leave people
He's
alone.
not deceiving anybody. Some people will deceive
Uh-huh.
you, like, oh, I want to be in a relationship with you, but it's just
Exactly.
with you, and they're not just sleeping with you, they're sleeping with other people. So it's like, come out straight. Do you want us to just sleep together? What do you want? Like
Exactly.
that's how, like, that's what I mean. I was like, look, Don Jazzy, I don't have any problem. Oh. As long as
Mm,
you're honest, then I'm okay. But don't come and be hiding under the guise of Kiniko. Because go
But
and
to
pay a
me,
share with
even if you are honest, I mean, and this is where I keep on fighting back. Even if you are honest, right? To me, I feel like these men want a relationship where if things go bad, they can depend on someone like Oye to be there for them.
mm-hmm.
When things go wrong, but you did not
Yeah,
invest in Onye in the same way when things were good. So where do you
exactly.
want to reap from? Many men say, "Oh, women are it's when
it's
there
money.
is money." I'm
Mm.
like, okay, but do you invest beyond just the transactional stuff with
Exactly.
her?
No, no. Uti said, if you have a partner that is kind to you, provides to you, spends adequate time with you, and does not neglect you emotionally or physically, mate, you're neglecting me physically, emotionally when you're going to go and
As in,
seek your whatever outside. Do you know why? Because I need you at that time. You
thank you.
cannot,
Thank
yeah, you cannot be giving somebody outside and
I
giving me inside.
understand.
You're joking with yourself. My time has been cut short. That is just bottom line. I don't know why people think they want to be superhuman. So he's saying that if your man or your partner gives you all that, even if it's an Oyiye case, that is investment already. Cheating is inevitable. So just forget about that one.
My problem with men
For
is the
me, it's
audacity for
basics now.
me. Like
Anybody
the
can
audacity.
be not kind to anybody. Like,
Oh, I tell ya. So what's the point of us being in a relationship? Me, I'll just not
exactly.
marry you now.
It's like,
There's no
what's the
point.
point if it's kindness? Okay.
Uh-uh. Because I want to also be kind to Femi, be kind to Chukudi, be kind to. I'm kind. I'll just be kind to everybody. Then I'll come back when it's your turn for me to be kind to you. I'll be kind. That kindness might come with some extra benefits. Then I move. Don't now call me an ashawo, because me
That
too.
what I
Soup
think.
is not
To
sweet
me,
again tomorrow.
I
Ah,
think I had an aha moment recently where there was a friend of mine, right? And like, we're very, very close, but he got married recently. And when he got married, even me, I had to, because like anything I call him, right? Even me, I had to step back because as a woman too, right? You may explain to her that, okay, then there's nothing sexual. happening. But every day, this girl is calling you and
Yeah.
telling me
Say in the
that
morning, how
right.
far?
And so for me, what it showed to me, and again, he's kind to me, he's nice to me, he makes time for me,
Mm.
he listens to me, right? But the issue is the ownership, right? I
Yes.
now have to take permission from Iya of the house that quick, can
Yeah.
I borrow your husband for this
Mm-hmm.
time? That to me is to me the essence. So we can all be kind. He's kind to me, but we still need to the wife's approval,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
He cannot
And
be kind to you in midnight. No.
exactly. So for me, this whole idea of okay, if it's kind to you, I'm like, it's beyond that, right? You've chosen this person for a reason. There's a criteria that they met for you, and they have said, okay, this is my own criteria for you to meet. You're not telling that, well, I will meet 9, no, but this one,
I will
is
not.
I'm like, it's like to me is as F said, is the audacity, is the
It's the
mediocrity. Like
audacity.
I don't know why commitment is rocket. I to me,
Uh,
I don't get it. I'm not saying that it's easy. Do you get what I mean? But like
mm,
that from day one, you're already like,
you're already like this. So
yeah, yeah,
are we going to sit down with a group of friends and um, friend A has slept with your wife, friend
Exactly.
you slept with friend B wife, everybody just sitting down there. Are we going to be shining teeth with each other? Come on, let's be realistic. So I don't understand when you just say it's not, because it's like, okay, will you set boundaries as to, okay, don't cheat with people in Lagos or go to Enugu? But like, you understand all these kind of things, you're just causing problem for yourself. You're reducing the time. All these things is listing the time, emotional and physical, whatever.
exactly,
It is being reduced because if you find a somebody outside that will hold you, you don't have time for your wife again or husband. That's
Exactly.
the truth.
exactly. You're
So all
sharing
this one
time,
you're talking
and
is
that to
rubbish.
me has been the biggest issue that I have with polygamy, right? If me and you
Yeah.
are fighting, right, and I'm the person that you have to come and sleep beside at night, right? You will try to make things right because you don't have
Mm.
any other option. But if there are 3 other women that will receive you that night,
Mm,
right? You can go 3 months ignoring
I
me.
not see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What
And
kind
so
of relationship is
yeah, and
that?
thank you. When
That's rubbish.
as in, I don't so to me, men stress me out, man. I'm like, this thing is not
Man,
that
they
hard.
do.
Hire on the show and keep it. Let's all know
And
that okay,
be
oh,
keep it
this
transactional.
yeah, because to me, because then you now praise and Onyinye. So what are you praising her for?
If
Let
you
me tell you,
cannot
they're
give
praising
her
your
the
opinion
basics.
because they always give, man, what I've listened to them is they always give one example of a girl that broke their heart. I'm like, breaking hearts is normal. She did not
Oh,
cheat on you. She left you because you didn't have money. If it is your sister, I said it in one episode. This stupid guy was telling me rubbish that girls are materialistic. You're fucking, pardon my language.
Yeah,
Your
just go on,
sister,
go on.
your sister, you don't have car. Your sister's boyfriend gave her a car. Why doesn't another girl deserve that kind of car? Why should
Bam,
she come and sleep on the floor in
bam,
your dirty, stinking apartment and you're saying women are low shows? That means I
bam.
told the person, your sister is number one prostitute because at yeah, I told him I was like, at her
Ah,
age, I told him I said your brother, your mother, you let your sister in university to come to your if how can your sister come to her father's house with a car that a man gave to her and you have the
oh,
dirty audacity to tell me that
bam,
girls are your sister is
bam.
number one
oh.
cheap prostitute. Like, are you drunk? No, this thing,
See,
if I was going to keep quiet.
people are selfish and they use their
As
selfishness to
in, and
justify
common sense. Why would
stupidity.
somebody suffer with you? Like, why?
No,
Is it by and why must
no.
that be like a passage of kini, a rite of passage
See,
for
that
girls?
one
Like,
is just excuse. Is an excuse because is that is you have money, you don't have money. Just open up and tell us.
exactly.
Eh, it's as simple as that. Eh,
They're
and
looking
don't
for
go
right
and
or
not
die.
have money and look for somebody that is a baby girl. It
No,
doesn't
leave
work
them.
like that. Sorry. So
As
let us all
in,
be guided. If you are a cheat, just be a cheat. Don't be in relationship. Just
no, I
be
told you.
there.
I said, why can't your sister fall in love with a broke man like you? Are you like,
Eh.
come on? You are her role model now. You are her role model. Let her choose you. Olodo.
That's a hot one.
Nonsense.
That's
That's
a
a
hot
hot
As
one.
in,
one.
See, this life, people are just talking, opening their mouth. Wow. They don't know that what they are opening their mouth to say, most times they cannot take it.
opinion
Most
Bam.
times they
rubbish.
cannot give it. So just keep quiet. If you cannot give commitment, just stay out of it. I'm happy with you is not married yet. Just stay where you are.
Especially a poor man. Would you accept that? Okay, oh, the banga that you have been giving this girl is now tasting sour because there is no money. Let her just go and branch and chop a goosey quick and come back. That
Eh,
she's still for you. Oh. Her
and
heart
even
is with
collect
you.
money on top, sef.
Exactly. Her heart is with you. In fact, she will even spend parts of the money on you. But just
Oh, yeah.
understand that
Yeah.
is acute.
It's
Is
acute, not chronic.
acute. It's not chronic. Like we say things that like if it was done to as in Uti, I don't know.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
selfishness.
Really
This I
messed
say a
up, I
lot of
beg.
people are selfish. A lot of people are
Yeah.
selfish. That's the thing. Yeah, is because of choice now. Because there's choice, you be opening your mouth. If you didn't see anybody outside to be cheating with Shebi, you will lock
Thank
up.
you.
Uh,
Thank you. That's why I say that don't trust broke men. Now,
eh?
As in,
on yeah, I really hope things work out for you. On yeah,
I
because
hope so.
this guy, hey, okay,
Mhm.
So
okay,
tomorrow when he comes back now, when he finds another person, he'll come and say, but that was in the past.
in the
Okay,
past,
that's
that I didn't beg you to do
I
with
To
didn't
be
me.
beg
with
you.
me.
That's men's go-to word.
No,
I
that
didn't
she
beg
started
you.
changing.
I didn't ask you for it. So why you holding it?
You were just there.
But you are collecting
Ah,
it.
it's
Oh,
changing world that we live in. Let
yeah, may
Oh,
anybody
your
it's just
try
efforts
that.
not go
the
Uh,
unrewarded, please.
God forbid bad
Amen.
thing. Amen.
Please let's move on. I want to take this Ruth Kadiri because I think we touched this Ruth Kadiri versus Mo Abudu thing, where for those who don't know the story, Ruth Kadiri, which is a one of the she's an actress and I think a producer as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she's consistent in how in how she churns out kind of movies, if you will. And typically it's on YouTube or on Rock TV is where I think most of her films end up these
Yes.
days.
Yes.
So she's not really like a cinema person. At least that's not her niche for now.
Mm,
And she called out Moabudu and the Ebony, I think, Eco Star Awards for not recognizing her because she thought that there was a clique in Hollywood where only I guess people who know or are in Moabudu's clique were
mm,
being celebrated and recognized, right, for the work that they had done. So she was calling that out. So I kind of wanted to talk about this because when I heard the discussion, I think people were making it seem like okay, she's a hater.
mm.
But there is a clique in Nollywood.
Nollywood. Yes.
There's no two ways about it. There's a clique in Nollywood, and I
Mm,
think that cliqueness has resulted in my opinion, a lower quality of artistry in
mm.
our movies.
industry.
And a repeat of the same cast in different movies
Almost
because you
all
see
our Netflix movies have like
the same people
the same
exactly.
people,
Yeah.
more or less. So there is a clique, there is a cabal, right? So to me, I feel like people hiding their head in the saying that there is none is ridiculous. But
Mm,
how do we? Because isn't this like the Nigerian problem, right? It's those that
mm.
I know,
It's not
right?
even just a Nigerian thing. I think awards in general, like
Everywhere.
there's
Yes.
always like some sort of, like, oh, conspiracy, oh, it's this person that knows this person. So it's not even just a Nigerian thing.
But if we go based on that, right? Because the other thing that I think I'm concerned about is if you have the money, why aren't you going for the talent? Why are you going for your
Yes.
friends?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm,
Because to me, I think there's a clear difference. I mean, some now I would say in their defense, and I'll call out a particular person, Alex Ekubo, for example.
mm,
Um, I have seen him grow, I think, as an actor from when he used to start to now. So there is him and this other. I'm blacking out on this guy that's always on rock. Ken, is it Kenneth? He was Mr. Nigeria one time or Mr.
Okay,
Wanting
can the Okoli or something.
Okoli? Thank you. Where when they started, I was like, I don't really know if this is for you, right? But with consistency, they've improved. But under the
Mm,
tutelage of it seems like this girl, this Mary Remy,
okay.
Remy. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
Mary
which is
Joko.
in the
Mm,
in from old Nollywood. So I don't
yes.
know what you guys feel about it, but I feel as though that there is a clique that, and that clique seems to be rewarded with the international recognition,
Mm,
the monetary, things like that.
mm.
Mm, it's true.
I
I believe.
there is definitely a click, and one thing I will applaud Ruth Kadiri for doing, because I think Halima Abubakar too came and spoke, but then she didn't.
Mm.
She shaded,
I
like
didn't get Halima's problem, to be honest. I
I
didn't
no
get
no
it.
I was surprised. I was surprised that off the back of Ruth Kadiri's talk, she also came to talk. But I'm not going to go into that. I think what I liked about Ruth Kadiri's talk is that she tagged the people she was referring to, and she gave her point of displeasure. And I believe Ebony Life, or whatever the award people, they responded to her. So that
Oh,
was
they
an
did.
open. They did. Apparently, they did, because I was watching the TVC women were talking about it, and they said, and I agreed with them in the sense that they said, look, let's not look at what Ruth did as bad. She is an artist. She has been working hard. And I must applaud her. She works hard. I remember when she was even pregnant, she was
Yeah.
acting.
Hmm.
So she works hard, and she feels that she's most of the time sidelined because there is a clique in the industry, which there is. And
Uh-huh.
she voiced it out. Now she voiced it out, she called them out, and she was not happy about it. And
Uh-huh.
they responded to her and probably explained or whatever they did, which then kind of ends the story, even if maybe she's not pleased with their response, or they just responded for publicity and everything. But
Mm.
it now shows a matured um a conversation between the two people. And because of her call out now, next award, they might be more inclusive in giving
Yes.
awards,
Okay.
because she has called them out. Because if you came now like Halima, and you're not opening up to talk, you're shading. Because Ruth is like, you're not the one giving me food to eat. So I'm just going
Money.
to tell you this is, and a lot of people were saying that she should go and create her own award show and give herself
Uh-huh.
award if it's hungering her. That that doing your life is not supposed to be about award.
Awards.
I believe there is a time in your life where you would want recognition for the hard work you've done,
Right.
especially when you're seeing that that recognition is being given to people that you are maybe co-colleagues with, or
Right.
people that were not even existing when you started, and you believe. So I don't feel, if not, why do people go to their employer and tell them that, oh, I feel I should get a pay rise now because my work has
Exactly.
increased. They should know, they should keep quiet now and just because keeping, I believe that she did, me, I don't see anything bad in what she did, and I'm happy she did it in a way that she spoke out and tagged all the people, and then they had to respond, because it's not as if I'm shading you, I'm putting it in your face that I'm not happy with what you're doing. And who knows what they've been suffering, in the sense of, okay, maybe they are trying to even collaborate, do partnerships, but then this is not
Right.
working. We remember when Genevieve did her that movie that
Yeah.
was
Mm.
on Netflix, that she had issues with cinemas. So
Right.
there are so many little things that we don't know about the industry that makes it clicky. Now makes it look like even the films we see on Netflix, there are some other
Yeah.
movies that are being produced that I can bet, although they are not Ebony Life or whatever produced, they are of better storyline, even though the
Right.
quality of the
Picture.
quality itself is better. Maybe the quality of the picture or the camera used, that's the only thing. Because
Yeah.
sometimes self, even all these films on Netflix, even the dressing self, everything, I'm just looking, I'm like, how did they get here? As in, do you understand? It's
Hmm.
just you're packing a certain type of people to I'm not saying that the people that won the award are not, maybe, I don't know what the categories were, are not
Right.
Mm.
deserving. Me, I was even happy that Biodun Stevens won, because she
Yeah.
has been doing good work, but I've not seen her
Consistent
anywhere
as
being
well.
recognized,
So
consistent.
that's also Biodu Steve. I don't know. With all due respect, like I mean, thankful for Ruth and her growth, but I don't know any film she has done. I know Biodu Steven. I don't know Ruth. Like I don't know Ruth's
Me,
films.
I
No,
So
know
I'm
but
like,
Ruth.
Roots is
Oh, I
typically
know
in
plenty.
rock
Rock
and
and
yeah. So
yes,
maybe like
YouTube.
because me, I was of the opinion that okay, yes, we know Auntie Moabudu, like she has her clique and whatever. But if like Rock should do an award now, because all these cliques, like there's cliques everywhere. I'm not saying you shouldn't speak out, but I'm saying I don't think if you're producing content and it's not like you're producing, because if she was producing with Moabudu, that would be like in the case where Eka was saying, oh, your employer doesn't increase your salary, then you
yeah.
can call out. You get, but it's like this person
But then
doesn't.
No, but I
There's
think
my
no.
issue is,
this
don't call the
award
award a
was,
co-star award to
yeah,
recognize women in the Nigerian movie
it was in
industry. You
conjunction with
can't do
Lagos
that.
State government, I think so too. So it
Exactly.
wasn't just everybody. So it seems like if it's a Lagos State government initiative that
Mm,
Ebony Life is using to is maybe that they give the contracts, right, to
mm,
execute. right? It should not be that only your friends now get these
Exactly.
subcontracts.
But
Do
it
you
was not only her.
understand?
Also,
No,
can we
but
just be
think
like,
about it. It was.
okay, no, I'm being realistic, because I mean we all have our, there are times that we work hard and nothing happens. We said this before, like some people work really hard, nobody recognizes them, which unfortunately that's life. But there's a cabal, there's been a cabal before Ebony Life Moabudu came in. Even when the old Nollywood people were there, there was a cabal that's, had, even they, like Genevieve was on every move. People were complaining. It's not why they did strike. So I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, it's up to you. If you feel like someone is not recognizing you, then you go there and do what you can, and then hopefully one day. But I'm not saying it's wrong to call out, but I'm saying if you feel you're good enough, then that's fine. Like we said, maybe the next one, Mabudu recognize her. Because I mean, me self as a Nigerian, maybe it's the media will blame also to an extent, because the cabal also controls the media to an extent. We know who is hot, not because the person is a great actress or a great producer, but it's because, oh, she's affiliated with Moabudu or Ebony Life. So it's like, it's just for you to work hard, and then hopefully one day you're recognized. And if you don't, if you're not, I feel like you should also be okay with that, because I mean,
No,
life
but
is
then I feel that you should not be okay with what you don't want to be okay with. And she's not okay with it,
Exactly.
which is what she
Yeah.
has called out. And
Yeah.
second, to your point, there is a cabal, but you have, as you said, there was strike. So she is calling out, this is her own strike, because you cannot keep on allowing things. You don't walk and wait. Sometimes some people maybe they say, take it by force if it's not coming to you. Abi, who knows? She has tried to enter this cabal. They are not accepting her inside for God knows why. So is this kind of thing of, okay, I've tried to work with you. You don't want to work with me. You don't want to recognize me. I'm working hard on my own. I've pushed, I've tried. What
okay.
else?
Let me
I
ask
would
you guys,
like to be recognized. Some
if it
people
was
want
you guys,
award. Some people want
because
award more than money.
that's a sad thing. But I'm just saying, for me, I don't know about you guys, but me, if I'm working and I'm making money for myself, if you recognize me or not, as long as I know what I'm doing, as long as people are buying what I'm selling, whether you give me an award, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying,
No,
I mean, you can call
But
out,
there's
but
a
I think
reason
there's
why
a link.
there's a reason why after making money, people start looking for chieftaincy title and political roles.
but it's
The
not
money will
everybody now.
tire
People
you.
for this.
Many people,
No, for
please.
me, I don't even think it's like addition of money. To me, what I think Ruth was doing, right, to me is what I get the impression is that with new ways to monetize things in the industry, it's also seeming to be that it's only people that have access to this clique, right,
Mm-hmm.
that will be able to tap into those
Those
networks,
monetary, yes,
right?
true,
Because as
true,
someone said, whether
true.
it's AMVCA, whether it's one, somebody is always going to not be recognized,
Exactly.
right? But the same way that we say Buhari, I'm sure that there are a lot of qualified northerners,
People, exactly.
right? But if your cabinet is mostly northern, are you
Mm.
telling me that there's nobody from the south
Which they will
that has
argue and
sense
strike
in that
about? Yes.
role? So it's to me a similar thing where, okay, one, right, it is actually, I think even Genevieve had an issue getting her film into the cinema because of
Mm-hmm.
some fight with like film one or something, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So for me is, if these cliques are acting as gatekeepers, there is right to call them out, even beyond
Especially
just
when you
just
want
the award.
funding and
Okay,
stuff.
but you
That is
call
Yes.
them
one.
out. What's the end game? Because it's
The
just like,
end
because
game is
when we talk about, let me give you an example. Like when we're using Buhari now, right? There are
mm,
people that, even this our nonsense government, there are people that are very qualified. There are people that
mm,
have moved to Nigeria to improve and add to the value. And then there's a cabal that says, look, oh, if you don't give me 10%, and what do? They go back to where they are coming from. That's what I'm saying. If someone doesn't recognize your talent, me, I don't believe in killing yourself. If you know you have value, like, and somebody doesn't recognize you, I'm out. Like, I will go where someone recognizes me, or I'll stick to what I'm doing. So
No,
I'm saying
I
in
don't
Ruth's case,
disagree, but I think there's room to speak out, right?
yes.
I don't think Ruth is going to say, okay, I'm not doing film again. No,
No.
keep on
no,
doing
No.
what
she
you're
won't say
doing.
that.
But there's
Mm,
room for you to speak out. Because to me, it's saying that, okay, NSAS, we all know that, nothing will be
but at
happen.
least we
So let's not
spoke
talk,
out.
Mm,
right?
Yeah.
So to me, there's room to say, okay, I think this is wrong.
mm.
Especially, as I said, I think it was meant to be a Lagos State thing, right?
Mm,
That Ebony Life that became somehow the
the actor,
and is that even
which
right?
is wrong.
And is that even
Yes.
right? Should they should the competitor, right,
Become the
be
main
on
person
the board
picking.
of the
Mm-mm.
of something that it meant to be a neutral, because Ebony is competing with Ruth and her fellow other
Producers, Rock TV and the rest. Yes.
exactly. So should she be on that,
Yeah.
be the one leading that? So again, it's one other thing, but like, and someone said, what was the criteria for
What was
selection.
the point?
Because if we all know
Yeah.
that, okay, it was maybe picture quality, it's okay, Ruth, sorry, but your budget doesn't align with picture
Mm.
quality that was
But
being.
is there anybody that was recognized that didn't deserve it? I don't know. I mean, I saw Beatrice Stephen, I think Uche Jumbo, I saw Kemi Adetiba, something like I saw top people. So I'm like, what are we fighting about? Like,
I
what's
won't say,
the
I don't think it's a don't deserve it, but the people that I have mentioned are all in what I would say the new Nollywood,
clique? Okay, new Nollywood.
right? Because even Funke, I think Funke may have gotten recognized too, but Funke, remember Funke did a Chief Daddy,
Yeah.
right, with Ebony. So
Hmm.
even those that that came from the outside have done movies or projects, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Biodun was also involved in Chief Daddy because
But they didn't
during her
recognize
interview,
Funke.
They
Funke
recognize
was
Funke. They recognize Funke.
eh,
I can give you.
oh,
They recognize Ebele Okaro, Funke Akindele,
okay,
Shola
Ebele is
Sobowale.
external.
yeah,
Yes, they are
yeah.
Omotola, Ireti Doyle, Omoni Oboli,
Okay.
Tope
Okay. There's a
Oshin,
picture. Makes
Stephanie Linus, who I've not seen for a while.
For a long
Udwa,
time.
yes, Udwa, I guess maybe it's for their contributions in
and of
not.
course
Okay,
and Genevieve was not
Udwa,
there.
yeah, Udwagi's look, Genevieve was not there. Imemi's song was recognized. Udwagi's song was
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
recognized.
the top women were recognized. My own, I would have been
Oma
angry.
Omi Dada was recognized. I was like, what
that's
did
a
you?
new intake.
Yes, okay.
It's true
You
now. She's
understand?
fairly new.
Ah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
I'm not.
well,
hard to like it's hard to pick the people to recognize. But me, I will
yeah.
feel if you're going, is either you go old or new. I don't feel
Mm.
because the
Or
the
mix
some
it
of
well, because in this
you
these are the
mix
daily
it well.
true OD that I don't think has a crossover is Ebele Okaro in this list.
Yes,
The rest
exactly.
have a they've interacted, if you will. So maybe
Mm,
Mm.
it's the criteria that you can interact with the old and the, like, is that what the criteria is? Because
yes.
there's an argument to say that, okay, you may tell
Mm.
good stories, but you have to improve your production quality. There's an argument there. So is that the criteria that was being, because some of these
Mhm.
Ebony or this newer movies, plot development is severely lacking. Plot development,
Mm.
they rush
Yeah.
some key, I'm like, and they now pack the whole of BBN as the cast.
I feel the people that were recognized, it was good to recognize them, but then
Yeah,
you have to be very careful with things like that because if I want to recognize somebody for their outstanding contribution to Nollywood, and this is the first, there's no how patience won't be there. You
right,
understand what I'm saying? There's no how certain people won't be there because, but then it's what was they need to come out and say what the criteria for choosing
exactly,
was
Criteria.
because
Yeah.
it's a bit confusing because the selection is out of this world. To be honest, there are so many people. If you're looking at even there are so many like there are legends that are still acting now. You understand that you say
right,
Yeah.
why would they now choose over that person? Why would they choose somebody that we've not even seen them or heard about them in the past 5 years in a
right.
film like Stephanie Ninos? But then who knows? Maybe she's contributing somehow. We don't know. I don't know.
But the sad thing is life no balance. Sometimes you have to
Life
kiss
no
ass to just
balance.
get to the top.
That is
Even
it.
even at work, like there's bureaucracy and stuff. Like if you don't kiss the right ass, then you're just going to stay at the bottom level. So it happens everywhere. It's unfortunate, but man, I just got speech out to everyone involved. I hope my own. I just hope our industry gets better because my own is never an award. If you like give award, just like they should stop putting nonsense people in films.
I'm telling you, and congratulations to the people who won. It's not as if they've not done work.
Right,
That's
Yeah, they
that's
another
true.
thing. So let's not remove that fact.
That's true.
But yeah, it's just a shame. Echo has Echo. I mean, Lagos has linked to Ebony Life. They gave Ebony Life. Ebony
yeah.
Life did what they had to do.
And that's to me, I think
But
is where it looks somehow is that,
it looks somehow.
yeah,
It's so somehow.
like
Auntie
these
Mo.
were qualified awardees, but
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like it's concentrated amongst what we say
Yeah.
your
To
friend
be
group.
honest, even this Mo self, when did she come into this Nollywood? I'm sorry to say, like when did Mo come into this Nollywood? If we think about it, there
As
are
a
some
media
old
person too, yeah, yeah,
yeah, because it's that like Mo has now become like the eyes, the ears, the face of Nollywood, like
Yeah.
as if. But then we have people that are Nollywood people